Welcome to York Plasterers, A&B Plasterers York, your trusted service since 1962.
At York Plasterers, A&B Plastering York, we're often asked about other trades and if we know anyone for their electrical, joinery or whatever trade they need. Now this is fine, we know lots of good tradespeople. The good ones tend to stick together. Now, let's presume you haven't had ourselves to do your plastering yet and are at the beginning of your project. It may well be you have only had a thought about an extension or a project you would like to do. And you're at the very early stages. Do you ask your architect, if you have one, or ring a random builder? If you're at the very early stage, any decent builder will be able to and be happy to give you a guide to your project, cost and feasibility, how it will actually all pan out. If they're not happy to do this, then you can certainly cross them off your list. So where do you go? There's 7 tips here where you go to find a decent tradesperson to do the work on your property. Number one is word of mouth is always the most trusted way. Whether it's a family, a friend or someone whose opinion you trust, then it's not a bad place to start. Your usual tradesperson, electrician, plasterer, whoever, as I said before, good trades stick together. Number 2, local advertising publications. Okay, there are some good trades in them, but it also has to be said there's some bad ones. So there is a bit more room for choosing the wrong one, although people often think they can't be busy if they're having to advertise, so they can't be that good. Well, not really, because the reality is in most businesses have to do some element of promotion. Even though a lot will say we get all our work by recommendations, they don't. They don't at all. They're lying. So, number 3. Approaching a builder, joiner or plasterers that are working locally. You'll see the van outside, ask the householder what they are like, where they're doing the work. When they're not there, then you'll get the real answer. If they're stood in front of them, they'll say they're wonderful. They might tell you differently afterwards. Number 4, membership for trades. Okay, there's some good trades who join, but having been approached by the majority of these membership sites, at some point, the main qualification of joining tends to be is how much you can pay and at what level of membership and so on. I'm not a great fan, as I said. I know there's some really good tradespeople who are members. I also know ones who you wouldn't let near your garden shed, let alone your house. Okay, number 5. Online still comes under advertising, but is more costly generally, and someone has to pay for the cost. That's you. Again, probably better with local advertising distribution. Some of them do actually ban advertising if they get too many complaints, but not that often. Okay, number 6, trade suppliers. Some are a bit reluctant to give just one name as they don't want to offend their other regular trade customers. I'm talking about building suppliers here really, but they're unlikely to recommend a bad tradesperson. This is the one thing. So number 7, use a trade you've used before, one that you're happy with. If it's a different trade you're after, ring them and ask them if they know a plumber or a plasterer or whatever trade that you're after. If they can't think of one, they can, but I'm not confident pass them on to you because it will reflect on them. That's fine. You need to look elsewhere. Now there's a bonus tip here. Ask us at A&B Plasterers. We know lots of really good tradespeople, but of course, why have you never used us before? Well, I would say ask any tradesperson this goes for if they have any existing customers who they could contact to get a reference from, a genuine reference that is, because there's a lot of bull on these sites. Anyway, if the trader is hesitant to give you someone to speak about them, rule them out. Okay, so there you go, from The York Plasterers here, A&B Plastering. Good luck with your next project. Hopefully we'll see you on site doing it for you. Bye bye for now.